Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and today we are going to do a character guide on Alphinaud. Alphinaud, I think, is a very cool character. Once again, in this garbage time, not like a must-have character, but Alphinaud does fulfill a unique role that can really help with some tricky orbs, depending on your roster, if you don't have the right units to deal with it. So the big thing with Alphinaud now with his LD is he gets Brave and HP Poison in his kit, and that's not a very common thing. Especially to have both of them. And there are orbs that can tick from Brave poison, and there's some that can tick from HP poison. So the fact that he has both is kind of cool. And then he also has healing in his kit, which just is a nice little touch there as well. And he has a ton of longevity because he basically can live off of his EX and his HP plus attack. So like this guy can go like forever in a fight. So very, very good character. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the best artifacts and spheres. Then we'll do a quick little showcase and show you how he works, right? So let's start with the artifacts. So artifacts are very easy. You want to prioritize Aether Flow Boost. You want 3 of those for sure, because that is a party buff for max Brave and attack. So anytime a unit has a party buff artifact passive, you usually want to get that. And then attack 108 would definitely be like the top slot. So attack 108 Aether Flow Boost is definitely what you want to get. Just like most units, max Brave 330 is decent as well. But with Alphinaud, you really want to prioritize attacks. So that's what I would go with there. And then for the spheres, really just prioritize attack with the spheres. So for the A slot, just anything that buffs attack. So I had a lot of Vaughn sphere, so just as long as I have full HP, attack up. On the D slot, once again, go for attack. So I went with Saz. When he does a crit, raises party attack by 2%. This is for the refined one. And then Alphinaud does have Encouragement Keystone Armor. So the Brave gains do work with Paladin Cecils. So I think Paladin Cecils is like the best in slot for the C. But if you wanted to go more the attack route, go with something like Garnet, Maria, Lude. I've suggested those ones before for other C slots. Just those are just good generic C slots that you can put on there, right? But I really like Paladin Cecil. For older players that like knew about this coming out, like we prepared, like the last time Paladin Cecil was out, like I think I grinded up like 20 something refined spheres for Paladin Cecil, so I've got a ton of them. So any unit with Encouragement Keystone, I always recommend doing Paladin Cecil, unless they've got like no battery in their kit. But if they have a C slot, they probably have some battery, right? Okay, so let's hop into the showcase here. So I'm just going to hop in with Rem and Garnet, and we are going to go into Alphinaud's own Lufenia. Since he tackles the orb, this really shouldn't be a problem at all. So we'll just hop in. We'll just grab any friend unit, don't really care, and hop in. Alphinaud is actually very simple and very easy to play. He's not going to like wreck your brain trying to figure out combos and stuff. He's very, very straightforward. There's a very clear way to start your rotations with him. And then from there, you're literally just kind of playing the situation and just having fun with him. He's a fun character. So what's cool about Alphinaud is he summons his little buddy Carbuncle. He's got the white version and he's got the dark version. So you always typically want to keep the dark version of Carbuncle out. So what's really awesome is he gets the dark version of Carbuncle from using his EX. And now with C90, the EX is very, very good. And what's awesome is they start you with the EX up and it's a free turn. So that is just like a no-brainer. Just EX right away. There's no reason not to do it because it's a free turn and you're going to get your black Carbuncle out, which is what you want. Okay, as long as you have the black Carbuncle out, you'll get the HP plus attacks, which actually aren't bad. The HP and Brave plus attacks are pretty good. So we have Sick Obsidian and Shining Obsidian, which are very good. But what we're going to do next is then you want to throw on the LD. So the LD is going to put on this really good debuff, which is the, what is it, Miasma and Poison, I think it's called, or Bio. So it's Bio 2 and Miasma 2. So that basically is a Brave and HP poison. The nice thing is it's going to tick the HP poison after every action. So watch, Garnet will go here, and this is good for ticking the orb. Watch. So you can see here that they are still taking the poison right there. So they took the HP poison and the Brave poison, and it happens on our action. So you can pair Alphinaud with like turn stealers and just sit there and abuse the poison damage, which is really good. So what we'll do is, yeah, let's just throw Divine Judgment. I won't go too crazy here with setup. But I did bring Rem, so I can use Rem to just keep pulling Alphinaud up and just keep his turns coming, right? Which is really, really, really nice. I really like Rem, by the way. Rem is probably like one of my favorite characters in the game. Rem is good because you literally can put her on any team comp. She's like as good as your other 2 members are. So as long as you're playing 2 really good members, she can just swap into them and just give them more turns. It's really awesome. And her follow-ups actually give her damage now, which is really good. She had like no Brave Shave before other than a little bit from her EX. Now she gets Brave Shave no matter what. So, all right, so what we're going to do is we are going to, well, I'll just pop off a free cure. Why not? Get the follow-up attack with it. Oh, that's right. These boss are in like 1 damage mode, but that's fine. Not a big deal. So then what we're going to do here is we're going to swap in the Alphinaud so we can show them off some more. Okay. All right. So the big thing here, yeah, well, body is still canceled. Thank you. Thank you. It takes a while sitting through all the poisons. Okay. So, sure, we can use the AA, which is just a Brave Regen AA, so pretty standard, like, support type AA, which is good. Yeah, once again, every action, these guys are just ticking poison, right? So it's going to be happening. So, Summon Moonstone is actually going to bring out, like, the white carbuncle back. But you can do that if you just want to do, like, it's a good battery attack. And it helps charge the EX quicker too, so if you want to do that. But I usually don't ever press that button. Like, literally don't. Unless you're, like, if your carbuncle runs out, you can see we got the 6-turn overhead. If your carbuncle runs out, that's how you reset it, is with the Summon Moonstone, okay? We've got Sick Obsidian and Shining Obsidian plus. Those are the HP and Brave Attack pluses. Those are actually pretty decent. So we can use those right here. So let's use Shining Obsidian first. Okay. And that one is single target with Splash, and then the other one is AoE Brave Shave with more even damage. So it's just matters like what kind of damage you want to do. If you want to AoE Brave Shave, use the Brave Plus. If you want to single target, then use the HP Plus. But those are basically like your in-between turns. You're going between one of the HP Pluses, or you're using skill 1 if you want a battery a little bit. You only do this. We want to swap turns. Skill 1 if you battery, and then skill 2, energy drain is actually a healing attack, which is pretty good. That he has healing in the kit. Once again, it's not a button you have to press very often, but we'll just use it so you can see what it looks like. Let these guys tick all their poisons. Like, the LD just adds a new dimension to his kit, because he never had like the poison before, right? So we got a free skill use here, so let's go ahead and do that. So energy drain, yeah, decent damage actually now. 500k single target with some splash. That's not bad. Once again, and that's healing on top of it all, right? So he's got good versatility, because, like, I don't know that I would consider Alphinaud like a support character, right? Like a true support character. He's kind of like a utility character, really being about the poison and stuff like that, and actually does decent damage too. But the nice thing with Alphinaud is, like, let's say you want to use one of those support characters that doesn't heal, like Kieran, for example. Kieran doesn't really heal, but he's a really good support character. So you could pair Kieran with Alphinaud. Alphinaud's providing some damage and utility, but providing the heal that you might need. Kieran is providing some more really good support. And then combo that with a damage dealer, you got a pretty good little team comp there, right? Sure, let's go ahead and do this. And just let these bosses, like, tick away on their poisons, yep. And then the LD, with the LD, you're basically just resetting that when you want to reset the debuff, right? Or if you want to reset the buff, because it also gives you a buff. It's a 12-turn buff, though, so odds are that's the debuffs are going to fall off before your actual buff does. So pretty much you want to use the EX basically whenever it's up, because it's a free turn, right? So always use the EX when it's up. Use Summon Moonstone to reset your carbuncle or to do battery. Energy drain if you need to heal. Skill 1 and skill 2 if you just want to do damage in between turns. And that's basically it. Like, so as long as you're hitting the EX when you can, we'll just keep swapping. Sure, why not? I didn't really need to because he was coming up next, but whatever. But as long as you are just keeping up, the big thing to watch out for is just make sure the LD buffs are there, and you're keeping up the LD buff, and then making sure that you're keeping the debuff on them, and that's really it. Heal when you need to, use the moves in between. So very simple kit to play, right? So now the EX is up again, right? So let's go ahead and use it. This refreshes Carbuncle into the black Carbuncle, so if you have the white one, the X is going to turn it back to the black one, which is usually the mode you want to be with, right? So anyways, guys, there you go. Alphinaud, very quick, easy showcase there. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions about him. Let me know if you pulled for him. He's a fun character, but if you don't have extra resources, like, save him for characters like Snow or Sisney. Like, they're both, like, really good characters coming up. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.